We'll get started in like a reclined bound angle, if you want to do that. So, so lay on your backs and then just sprawl your knees out wide and just come to a comfortable position here. If this is too intense already for you, like too intense of a hip opener, then you can just bring your legs out as wide as the mat and knock your knees in. Like, have your arms just lay comfortably by your side, or maybe you bring one hand to your belly and another hand to your heart, and just begin to feel the breath move through the body as it rises through the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Start to get grounded here. Feel the shoulders melt into the floor. And really start to connect and flood the body with breath. Continue to fill the body with breath. Begin to deepen your breaths even deeper, sending the exhales all the way to the tips of the toes. Feeling the inhales come through the crown of the head. And come slowly to make your way up to sit. Bending your knees, following the knees to one side and then the other, and then pressing your way back up to sit. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position. If you could keep your eyes closed or keep a soft gaze. Let the tops of the shoulders descend from the ears. Let your arms or your hands fall anywhere along your thighs. Feel the sits bones grounding. We'll begin the class with the sound of an Om. So since we started late, I'm going to end late. Of course, if you do need to just pop out at 7:15, that's fine. Just make sure you get at least a 5-minute Shavasana. Let's begin this class with the chanting sound of an Om. Feel free to join me, even if your mic is off. I'll feel the energy. Feel free to just listen, taking it all in. Let's gather our hands to heart center. Lift the heart, bow the chin. And we'll inhale together. Keep the hands together and interlace the fingers. We'll press the palms in front of us and then lift the palms towards the skies, framing the arms with the ears. Really lift up. Maybe you sit side to side. Really get length in the spine here. Breathe in, lengthening the spine, and then we'll exhale, lean to the left. Pressing through that right palm, grounding through the right sits bone. Maybe you spin your gaze up past your right arm, spinning the left ribs under and over. Then we'll inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean to the right. Really feeling the ribs spread open on the left side, pressing through that left palm. Breathing deeply. We'll inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, press the palms forward as you tuck the chin and round the spine for like a seated cow pose. Inhale, lift up, scooping the palms forward and up. Arch the back for a seated cat pose. And then we'll exhale once more, coming into a cow pose, tucking the chin, pressing the palms forward. Inhale, come all the way back up, lengthening the arms, arching the back. And then we'll come to a neutral spine, and then we'll exhale and twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand to the thigh, fanning the collarbones wide as you send the gaze over the right shoulder. I'm sorry for all the noise, guys. I thought I had my headphones with me. Use the inhales to lengthen the spine and the exhales to twist a little deeper. We'll inhale, unwind, freeing the arms by the ears. Lift up with an inhale, then exhale, twist to the left. Bringing the right hand to the left thigh, left hand behind you to really use it as an anchor to lift your torso up straight, and then pressing into that right hand into the left thigh to twist a little deeper. Breathing deeply. Twist a little deeper if you can, sending that gaze more over the left shoulder. Unwind, and then we'll walk forward and come to hands and knees. Stacking the wrists directly beneath the armpits, stacking the knees directly beneath the hips, spreading the fingertips wide. Come to a neutral spine. Feel the between the shoulder blades puffing up as the tops of the feet press into the floor. We'll continue to move in that cat-cow position as we flow with the breath. So we'll inhale to lift the tailbone, sink the belly, broaden the collarbones, and lift the gaze for cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, rounding out the spine. Release the head between the shoulders. Inhale to lift the hips, drop the belly, open the collarbones, lift the gaze. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, hollowing out the abdomen, sending the gaze to the thighs or the navel. Keep moving with your breath here. Inhaling to lift everything. Exhaling to press into the palms, curling in and emptying out. Inhale to lift. Add any gentle, small, or big movements you'd like. Maybe you'd like to tuck the toes, send the hips back to one heel and the other. Do everything with intention, everything with the breath. Move one way with an inhale, one way with an exhale. Keep this in mind throughout practice, using your breath as a vehicle, as an anchor for this practice. Maybe you begin to cultivate that ujjayi breath, that audible sound. Maybe the sound is what keeps you grounded, what keeps you centered here and present. On your next inhale, when you come to that cow pose, stay there, tuck your toes, and then shift your hips back. Maybe you walk your hands out, a handprint forward, really plugging in the upper arms as you ground in the fingertips, feeling the soles of the feet stretch, pressing through the heels in the inner and the outer heels. Feel the triceps spin towards the ears as the biceps spin towards the ground. Breathe here, and then inhale as if you're pulling the mat towards you with your hands. Lift forward and come so much forward that it looks like you're peeking over a cliff. So the shoulders are past the wrists. With the feet still tucked, we'll exhale and descend the chest and the chin to the mat for Ashtha Pranam. 8-point prayer, keeping the hips high, pulling the elbows towards the midline of the body. We'll press into the palms, ground the belly and the pelvis, untuck the toes, and lift the face. Lift the shoulders, fan the collarbones. Press the elbows towards the midline for baby cobra, Lakha Bhujangasana. And then we'll exhale, lower the head and come all the way down. We'll inhale to tuck the chin and roll yourself back up to baby cobra, pressing into the heels of the palm. Exhale, come all the way down, moving with like a wave. Inhale, tuck the chin, come all the way up, collarbones or shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, roll yourself back down. Inhale once more, tuck the chin, roll yourself up. Then exhale, come back down, lower the chin, tuck the toes, press through hands and knees, lift the hips for downward facing dog. Pressing the heels back in space, back and down. Keeping the hands about shoulder width distance apart and the feet about hip width distance apart. Pedal out your feet here. Maybe this is your first downward dog of the day. Really enjoy it, really invite it. Really feel the body getting flooded with breath in this pose. Pressing firmly through the pointer finger and thumb. Releasing the head, tucking the chin so the back of the neck can get long. Breathing here, one more breath. Then we'll inhale, flow through a plank pose. Press the heels back, puff up through the shoulder blades. Then we'll exhale, lower knees, chest, chin for Ashtha Pranam. Inhale, slither forward to a baby cobra, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, pointing the toes, feeling the knees lift and spinning the inner thighs towards the sky. Then exhale, press through hands and knees, lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Breathing here. We'll rise to the balls of the feet, then take a slight bend in the knees and a slow stroll to the top of the mat. Feeling the hamstring stretch, fold as you arrive. Spreading the feet about 2/5 of a distance apart, so like hip width distance. Rock back and forth. Maybe you walk your fingertips to one side. Maybe you take a ragdoll. Holding opposite elbows, opposite wrists, or interlacing your hands behind the base of the skull. Let the head, the top of the body get heavy, putting weight in the balls of the feet. Really feel the length in the back of the legs here. Do so much sitting. I don't know about you, but I do so much sitting now. My couch might have a hole in it. Release whatever you're holding onto. Slight bend in your knees, tuck your chin, and take a slow roll to the top, all the way to stand. Let your head arrive last. Now you really can't see me. Welcome your Tadasana, mountain pose. Keeping your eyes closed, or close your eyes if they aren't closed already. Firm up in your feet, activating the arches. Let the tops of the shoulders descend from the ears. Really feel lifted, like you're being lifted from a string, from the crown of your head or from your ear tips. And then feeling grounded through this all four corners of the feet. Feel firm, feel strong in this pose. You're not just standing here, but you're engaging every part of your body. Feel like your hip points could cinch together as you lift your heart even higher. We'll inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms press overhead, gaze lifts. Exhale, dive through the midline, folding deeply in half. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, palms to shins, collarbones wide. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. Send your left leg long behind you. Coming into this low lunge. Filling it up here, take a breath, take a moment, be present. Try not to anticipate what's coming next, and just feel the lunge. Feel your left hip point come forward as you press your right hip point back. Feel the left heel pressing back in space as all four corners of your right foot are grounded. We'll lower this back knee and untuck the toes and then sweep the arms forward and up by the ears. Take a hold of your left wrist with your right fingers. Reach up through that left palm and then exhale, lean to the right. Breathing deeply, again, feeling that right hip point come back and the left hip point come forward as you keep reaching up and over. Breathing into the spaces in between the intercostals. Come straight back up, release the fingers, reach up through the fingertips, arching your back as you press your right shin forward a little bit more. And then we'll exhale, descend the left hand to the mat, right hand to the thigh. Swivel your left ribs towards that thigh as you send your gaze up and over, and then lift that right arm up. Stay here or tuck the back toes to lift that back leg. The more you press that left heel back, the higher the left knee will lift. Breathing in this twist for a couple more breaths. Then the shoulder blades pinch behind you as you spin the left ribs, go under and over. Then exhale, frame the front foot, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to a high plank pose. One more time, just lower knees, chest, chin for Asha Pranam, 8-point prayer. Inhale to slither forward to baby cobra, lifting the chest, lifting the heart, pointing the toes. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a slight bend in your knees, belly to thighs, lift your hips a little higher, and then press the heels back and down. Again, really feeling the calf muscles, the hamstrings. We'll inhale to lift the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips, and roll it out. Really grounding in that left foot, just like in Tadasana. Feeling the same activation. Roll the knee the other way. Distributing the weight evenly in the palms. Inhale to stretch that right leg long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, plant the foot between the thumbs. Staying here, we'll inhale, lift the arms forward and up for a crescent lunge. Breathing here. Keep sending the triceps towards the ears as the biceps turn out. Sending that right shin forward just a little more. Lifting that right hip. Reach up. Then we'll exhale. Take a soft twist to the right. So the awkward feeling. Sending the right hand behind you, the left hand forward. Feeling this energy. Feeling the stabilization through the grounding of the feet. Breathe here. Maybe you take a peek back at that right hand. Then we'll inhale, unwind, frame the ears. Then come back down and step the left foot forward. Fold deeply in half. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step the right foot back behind you. Firing up in this lunge. Settle in here. Bring awareness to where you are right now. And then we'll lower that back knee, untuck the toes, sweep the arms forward and up by the ears. Really sinking that right, top of the right thigh, forward and down. Grounding all four corners of that left foot. Let's retrieve the right wrist with the left fingers. Reach through that right palm, then stretch up and over. leaning to the left. Breathing in here. Send your gaze over that right shoulder. Keep pressing that left shin forward. Inhale, come back up, torso tall. Exhale, lower the right hand to the mat, left hand to the thigh. Swivel the right ribs towards that left thigh. Send the gaze up, get ready for that twist, and liberate the left arm out and up. Reaching through the left fingers. Maybe reaching for 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Stay here, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. You know the deal. The more you press that heel back, the higher the back knee lifts. Beautiful. On your exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips, and roll it out. Begin grounding in that right heel. Straighten the leg, squaring the hip points to the mat. Exhale, bend knee to nose, plant the left foot between the thumbs. Staying here, and then sweeping all the way up to a crescent lunge. Reaching through the fingertips. Not letting the ribs really flare out too much. Trying to stay lengthy here, staying straight as you keep pressing deeper into that left knee. We'll reach higher through the fingertips, then exhale to twist, sending a twist to the left, sending the left hand behind you and the right hand fingers forward. Beautiful. Feeling this twist, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. One more breath. Then unwind, frame the ears, make it big, and then exhale, frame the front foot, and step it back to a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. So I taught you Asha Pranam, you know that. And then now we're gonna work on Chaturanga Dandasana if you'd like, with or without the knees. So we'll come to a plank, and then we'll exhale to halfway, lowering the knees, lowering the knees, and the elbows and the shoulders in line with each other. Oh, if you want to do it now, you can. So you can inhale to ripple forward to a high plank, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lifting the heart, keeping the legs lifted, just the top of the feet and palms to the ground. Exhale, tuck the chin over the toes to downward facing dog. We'll rise to the balls of the feet. Take a slight bend in the knees, look past your thumbs, step, hop, or walk to the top of the mat. Landing with a long spine, collarbones wide, neck long. Exhale to fold deeply in half. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, root to rise. Palms press overhead, gaze lifts. Exhale, hands into heart center, and down by your side for Tadasana. We'll inhale to bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms up by the ears for chair pose, Utkatasana. Find your place, find your setting. If your knees touch, your toes are touching, and then sink a little deeper. Lifting the heart higher, sinking a little deeper. Tailbone going towards the ground. Then exhale, standing straight, fold deeply in half. Inhale, halfway up, palms to shins, gaze forward and down. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step it back to downward facing dog. You can flow through vinyasa here or just stay in downward facing dog. Coming forward to a high plank, exhaling to lower the elbows, waiting for the inhale to lift. And then exhale, downward facing dog, nice. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend knee to nose. Pause, breathe, hover the foot. And then inhale, lift the left or right leg back up. Sorry, it doesn't help when I'm doing it. And then we'll exhale, knee to right elbow, hover, and then inhale to lift back up. One more time, bend the knee over to the left elbow, crossing it over, hover, and then inhale to lift back up. All right, I'm done teasing you. Let's bend the knee and step the right foot next to the right thumb. Ground that back heel. So you want heel to heel or heel space, heel alignment. Face forward, rise up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Bending deeply in that front knee. Grounding in the pinky toe side of the foot. Reaching higher through the fingertips. Again, lifting that right hip out of the right thigh. That makes me have to walk my heel toe, my right foot outward a little. We'll swim the arms behind us and interlace the fingers, pressing the knuckles away from us, beam the heart towards the sky. We'll stay here, we won't fold. Really feel this, opening the armpits outward. And then exhale, come forward, frame the front foot, spinning the left heel to the sky. We'll come back, you can flow through a vinyasa or step back to downward facing dog. Exhaling, lowering everything with or without the knees. Inhaling to scoop the chest forward, collarbones wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend knee to nose and hover. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Pressing through the heel. Exhale, bend knee to right or left elbow. Hover for a minute. Inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Exhale, cross it over. Bend the knee to the right elbow. Hover. Inhale, back up. Beautiful. Really navel to spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the foot next to the left thumb. Ground that right heel. Face forward. Rise up. Warrior 1. Feeling the foundation, feeling strong here. Really breathing through every movement. Every movement is with an intention and is connected with a breath. Feeling the foundation, all 4 corners of that left foot, grounding. Pinky so tight of the breast. Pinky so, I can't talk. Pinky toe side. You know what I'm saying. Lift up through the heart. Then exhale, swim the arms behind you. Opposite thumb on top. Interlace the fingers, press the knuckles away. And lean up. Face up, open the chest. Keep bending deeply in that left knee. This is a squaring of the hips forward. And then release the hands, frame the front foot, step it back to downward facing dog or flow through a vinyasa. With the breath, moving, flowing. Breathe here. Then we'll inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Excuse me, exhale, bend the knee and step the foot in between the thumbs. We'll ground that left foot, heel to heel or heel arch alignment. Use that left arm to lift you all the way up to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. The footing is not just an option, but it's specific to how you feel. Specific to what gets you grounded and feeling uplifted. So here, descend the top of the shoulders away from the ears. Feeling the energy through both fingertips, forward and back. We'll flip the right palm to the sky, reach forward, up and over, and lean back for a radiant warrior. Letting the left arm just slide down that left leg. We're gonna move through the breath here again. So let your right arm lift you all the way forward, And then bend at the elbow, placing the forearm on the thigh. Sweep the left arm up and over to frame the ear. Palm facing the floor, tricep wrapping in. Extended triangle pose. This will be the exhale. And then we'll inhale, come all the way back up to a radiant warrior. Exhale, come forward to extended side angle. Inhale, moving with the breath, maybe windmilling the arms. Exhale, come forward. One more time, navel to spine. Let the left arm lift you all the way up. And let the right arm tilt you all the way forward. We'll stay here in extended side angle. Really open the chest. Let the weight of the torso come back on the shoulder blade as you lift through the reach through the left fingertips. Stay here. Maybe you like the stretch or windmill that left arm. Let it come in front of you, back and up. Maybe roll the wrist, crunch the fingers. Feel it all. Don't just do it, but really feel it. We'll reach to the left fingertips. Let the left arm lift you all the way up. Back into warrior two. We'll straighten that front leg. This time we'll come all the way forward into Utthita Trikonasana. So dropping the left arm by the right arm by the left foot and lifting the left arm. Sending the gaze to the thumb. Again, leaning back on the shoulder blades. But this time feeling that right hip cutting under. Really opening that whole right side body. Feeling the right hamstring stretching here. Reaching through the left fingertips. Letting the armpits fluff out. Breathing here. And then we'll exhale, put a bend in the right leg. Come back up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Step it back to downward facing dog or flow through your vinyasa. Waiting for the exhale to lower. Inhale, scooping the chest forward. Pressing firmly with the palms. Exhale, hips lift for downward facing dog. Inhale, let the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend knee to nose. Place the left foot between the thumbs. Ground that right foot, come all the way into warrior two. Again, relaxing the shoulders. Pressing that left shin forward. Lifting through the ear tips. Lifting that left hip out of the left thigh. Being mindful of the placement of your feet. Whatever allows you to sink deeper into the pose with a deeper breath. Continue to feel the breath, fill the belly. We'll inhale, lift the left palm to the sky, reach forward, up and back for a radiant warrior. You know where we're going now. So then we'll exhale, tilt the torso forward, placing the left forearm on the left thigh, sweeping the right arm to frame the ear. Inhale, come all the way up and back to a radiant warrior. Exhale, come forward, extended side angle. Inhale, come up and back, navel to spine, really feeling the foundation here. Exhale, come forward. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling, lifting up and back to radiate. Exhale, come all the way forward. And then we'll stay here in the side angle. So really spinning the tricep towards the ear. Maybe send your gaze past that right arm. And again, not just doing, but feeling that left shin press forward. Maybe you open up, I like that option. Opening up, bringing the left fingers to the left foot. Sorry for not giving that option. And we'll inhale, come all the way back up. Straighten that left leg. Really feel the right sits bone go back as you lean the torso all the way forward. Then exhale, let the left arm drop, the right arm lift for Utthita Trikonasana. Breathing here. Sending your gaze towards your top thumb. Really twisting the left ribs over. Opening the heart. Grounding in that pinky side of the right foot. Lift yourself all the way up, bend deeply in that front knee. Cartwheel your hands down to frame the front foot. Flow here or go straight to a downward facing dog. Whatever you choose, be mindful, be intentional. Challenge yourself, or maybe when your body needs a rest. Breathing here. We'll rise to the balls of the feet, bend the knees, send the gaze past the thumb, step, hop, or walk to the top of the mat. Landing with a long spine, halfway up, collarbones wide. Exhale, fold deeply for Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms up by the ears for chair pose. Sinking a little deeper. And then exhale, stand straight tall, Tadasana. We'll pour weight in the, let's see, where do we want to go? In the right foot. Begin to lift the left leg, the knee towards the chest. And then put a little buoyancy in that right knee and cross the left leg over the right thigh. So we'll cross the, cross the ankle over. So Rob, you might want, if you can, bring that knee out a little, yeah, a little more like that. Bring hands to heart center. Excuse me, and then sink your hips. Flex that left foot. Lift the heart a little higher. Sink a little deeper. You might not feel it, but your left hip is probably sinking. See what you can do by lifting that up, or vice versa. Everyone's different. Lifting it up, trying to balance out the pelvis here. Keep lifting the heart. And then exhale, if you can, fold over the folded leg. You can release your hands if you'd like, straighten that right leg. But really pressing, I should have emphasized this in the foot and the bend, really pressing that left knee down and back. Feeling that outer left hip stretch. We'll come back up halfway, hands to heart center. Release the leg, keeping the foot lifted. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I forgot where I was going. And then, oh, that's where we're going. And then bend all the way forward. Ground that right fingers. Bring the left hand to the left hip. Keeping the left leg lifted, we'll open up for a half moon pose. Navel to spine. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You can use anything. I'm not using anything, and my fingers are barely reaching the floor. It's really stacking the hips, opening the heart. When you feel stable, liberate that left arm to the sky. Or keep it by your hip. Really flex the left foot. Pressing the left heel away. Crown of the head moving forward. If you feel stable here, bend the left knee and retrieve the ankle. Press the shin back. Open up your heart a little more. Beautiful. And then we'll come back to square the hips to the mat, but keep your left foot behind you and then ground it about 3 feet behind you. So you're in this position. Nice, Marta. So we'll have the toes facing like the top left corner of your mat. Square the hips forward. Bring your arms out to a T, then bend them like goalposts, half goalposts. Flip the fingers down, stick the arms behind you. Grab opposite elbows or opposite wrists. Beam the heart forward. Tug that right hip back, left point, hip point forward. Exhale, fold. Holding over that right leg. For Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Really tucking the chin, let the neck get long, the cervical spine. Pressing firmly into your feet. Letting the arches fire, maybe you lift the toes, play around a little bit. Finding your balance, but also finding the back bend quality in the upper body and the forward fold in the legs. Tuck your chin, roll yourself all the way up, then step it forward into Tadasana. Shake it out. We did a lot on that right side. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm trying to get through. Good. All right, start to pour weight into that right foot. No, other side, you know where we're going. Pour weight into the left foot. Bend the right knee to the chest. Then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh, hands into heart center, sink the hips. Let the heart keep reaching towards the thumbs as you flex the right foot, sink a little deeper. Again, maybe lifting that right hip, leveling out the pelvis. Nice. If your goal is to keep folding, slowly make your way all the way down. And maybe you release your fingers, straighten that left leg. Again, pressing that right knee back and down. Opening that outer thigh or outer hip. We'll come halfway up once more, hands back to heart center. Release that ankle from the thigh, knee to chest, and then exhale, send it back, releasing the left hand to the ground, right hand to the hip, opening up to that right side, pressing that right heel back as you stack the hips. Whenever you feel steady, liberate that right arm to the sky. If you dare, send the gaze to the fingers. Stay here, bend that right knee, retrieving the foot or the ankle as you press that shin back behind you. Sending your gaze towards the sky. Really grounding in that left foot, left fingers, beautiful. Then we'll come back down, keep that right leg lifted, fingers come to the floor, and then ground that right foot behind you. Come all the way up. And we'll get ready for pyramid pose on this side. Sorry, I exited that a little weird. We'll ground the feet, heel space or heel to heel alignment. You don't want to feel like you're on a balance beam too much. Bring the arms out, spin the thumbs down, or gold post, whatever works. And then we'll sweep the arms behind us, opposite elbows, opposite wrists. We'll tug the left hip back, right hip forward, beam the heart to the sky. Maintain that length as you exhale to fold forward. Tucking the chin, endeavoring to get your nose to the knee or nose to the shin. We did a lot of hamstrings today. Breathing life into the back of the legs. Committing to this back bend, feeling the shoulders really open up. Nice. And then we'll inhale, peel yourself up all the way. Step your right foot forward, release your arms, shake it out. Come into Tadasana. And then we'll bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms up by the ears. Spinning the pinkies towards each other. Keep sinking the hips, lower. Keep bending at the knees, belly to thighs. Keep sinking lower, 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 all the way till you're sitting on the floor. Nice. Can you lift your legs? Keep your legs lifted, flex your feet. Maybe you bring your arms out forward. Maybe you hold your thighs. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Lower your legs a little bit. Nice. Or bend your knees. Keep lowering your legs a little bit. Maybe you're about a quarter way down. Keep lowering a little bit. And then exhale, lower your legs all the way down. Sit up. Whew. I'm tired. All right. Let's just take a nice forward bend here. Really hollow out the abdomen as you roll forward, flexing the feet, letting the hands fall wherever they fall. Maybe you retrieve your feet, maybe you retrieve your ankles or your shins. Just letting the back, the spine ground. Beautiful. If it feels better for you to bend the knees, feeling that lower back, breathing breath into the back. Take one more deep inhale here through the nose. Exhale, begin to roll yourself back up to sit. Draw your feet with you towards your the pelvic floor. So you're bending your knees for Baddha Konasana. I like to call butterfly pose. Squeeze the soles of the feet together. Sweep the arms behind you. Really lift up. Let the arms anchor you forward. Keep walking slowly your fingertips forward as you tip all the way over. And then you can bring your hands to your feet, bring them to your thighs, wherever is comfortable for you. If you'd like to use your elbows to bend, or not bend, but press your knees out and down, that feels good. If not, you can walk your hands all the way out. This is something I've liked to do lately. Walking my hands out, letting my forehead rest on the mat. I'm just feeling that in my hips. Intentionally sending your breath somewhere. Maybe your hips. Releasing any unsaid emotions, thoughts, feelings, words. Slowly walk your hands back, lift your torso back up. And then we'll take, let's keep the left leg bent and bring the right leg out. So to the side, so like straight out of the hip. Bring the left sole of the foot to the right thigh. We'll like squeegee that left knee closer towards the top of the mat, just to cuddle that foot right in there. We'll slide the right arm down that foot, like grounding the forearm on the shin, and then inhale to lift the left arm out and up, and then frame the left ear facing the palm towards the foot. Keep flexing that right foot. So again, don't just fold, but really feel when you beam your heart forward, how much you come out of that fold and really feel a stretch. So opening the chest as you reach towards the right with the left fingers. If you can, fold all the way to retrieve your toes. You can do that. Whatever helps you breathe deeper and feel the stretch. Like you heard me, I can't breathe deep when I reach for my toes. I can barely talk. Inhale, let that left arm lift you back up. We'll stretch that. So let's bring the knee to the sky, the left knee to the sky, and then stretch the leg out long. And then we'll bring the right knee to the sky and then bend it out towards the side. Bring that left leg right out of the hip, so like diagonal. Squeegee that right knee towards the front of the mat. Slide the left arm down, forearm grounding on shin. Inhale, lift the right arm out and up. Torso to ear, palm towards the floor. Spinning the left ribs up and over. Beaming your heart up as you reach. We'll inhale to lift the right arm up. And let it lift our torso all the way up. We'll bend the knees. So again, bring that right knee to the sky and then straighten the leg. And then navel to spine. We'll use the abs once more. Bring the arms out in front of you. And then exhale slowly with control. Come all the way down. We'll come to leg, bend the knees, bring the heels of the feet towards the butt, bring the arms out in front of you or out by your side. Really ground through the shoulders, palms press into the mat, soles of the feet press. Inhale, lift your hips. Begin to walk your upper arms and shoulder blades beneath the hip or the heart. Lift the hips higher, interlace the fingers underneath. Keep lifting, pressing through the shoulder blades, the feet, the arms. Inhale, lift your hips a little higher. Exhale, rolling top to bottom down the spine. Moving your hands out of the way. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. If you'd like to windshield wiper your knees. Then we'll bring the feet back beneath the knees. Feet hip width distance apart. Hands, arms down by your side. Press into the hands, press into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips. Walk the shoulder blades to cradle the heart. Interlace the fingers behind you. Nice. Lifting through the thighs. Unclenching the buttocks. Feel the thighs come towards each other as if you have a block in between your knees. Pressing the shins forward, lifting hips higher, chin to heart, heart to chin. Exhale when you're ready, come all the way down. Take a breath. We'll do that one more time, and I'll give the option for upward bow or Dvadarasana. If you're going to do upward bow, bring your hands by your ears, having the fingers face your body. If you're going to do bridge pose again, do exactly what you were doing before. So in both poses, we will press into the feet, press into the hands. Inhale, lift the hips all the way up. Nice lengthening the arms, unclenching the buttocks, pressing through the quads, beaming the heart forward. Maybe if you dare, wherever you are, whichever pose, lift one leg up off of the floor. Nice. Lifting it high, take a breath, and then exhale, lower, lift the other leg. Keep pressing the arms forward, or heart forward. Nice. And then come all the way down on your time when you're ready. You can windshield wiper the feet. Or I'm sorry, the feet, the knees. And then we'll bend. Beautiful. Whatever you need in that pose, feel it. Pause here. Bend your right knee into your chest. Let the left leg come out long. Maybe sway that knee side to side or roll it out, whatever feels good to you in this moment. And then we'll use the left hand to guide that knee across the body. Grounding the right shoulder rather than the right knee, or if you could do both, we'll stretch the right arm out, send the gaze up or over past the right arm. Breathing into this twist. Janu Shirshasana. Letting the twist really come from the upper body. Again, breathing light, breathing your exhales into your low back. If you want to stay here, that's fine. Or with the left leg long, you could bend the left leg and maybe take a hold of that foot with the right hand as you keep the gaze sending up. Keep the gaze over the right shoulder. This is called like cattail or something. Feeling a stretch in that left quadricep. Beautiful. Sorry if you can hear my knees up there. You can release your foot. Let the left leg come back long. Let the right knee come back towards the midline. And then stretch the leg out long. Maybe pad out the knees. Sway the feet side to side. Then we'll bend the left knee to the chest. Roll out that hip. Take the right hand, place it over the left knee, guide it across your body. Again, grounding the left shoulder more than the left knee. Send your gaze towards the sky or over towards your left hand. Stay here or bend your right leg and take hold of your foot or your ankle or your toe. Breathing here. Eating sugar, let's do our eating sugar. Yes, summer. Release whatever you're holding on to. Unwind. Bring your knee back towards your chest. And then we'll take a happy baby if that's in your practice. If it's not, you can just bend, you can grab your feet wherever you grab them. But make sure you grab them from the inside so your elbows are inside your knees. Nice. Can't see everyone, but hopefully you all are enjoying this. Maybe you stretch one leg and then the other. And then we're gonna rock back and forth along the spine to come all the way up. I just wanna let you know it is 7:15, so if you do log off or anything, or take a Shavasana and then log off, that's fine. But we'll come all the way up to sit once more before we do climb into our resting pose. And if this is accessible in your body, we'll cross the legs and flex the feet. If you can have ankle over knee, then that's good, no matter what, you're gonna feel this. Or of course, slide the feet down the leg wherever feels good for you. So we'll do ankle to knee pose or square pose. We'll again, anchor the torso. So bring the hands behind you, pressing into the fingertips. Beam the heart forward, and then start to walk your hands forward, pressing your hips to fold over the pelvis and just fold over your shins. Get into the outer hip once more before we close out this practice. Let your head release. Let your chin tuck. Keep flexing the feet. Maybe you walk your hands, maybe you walk your palms towards the left side. Left side, yeah, left side to feel the right outer hip a little more. Maybe stack the right palm over the left hand. Really reaching towards the left, feeling the right side body and the right hip open up. And then we'll ground that left forearm and inhale to lift the right arm. Feeling this little twist, feeling that outer hip even more intense. If this is too intense, don't do it. Then we'll exhale, come back down, walk the hands back in front of us and lift up. We'll lean back, unwind the legs, shake it out, then cross the opposite way. So left leg on top, knee over ankle, ankle under knee over here. Flex the feet, swing the arms behind you, press into the fingertips, and fold yourself forward. Begin to lengthen your inhales, lengthen your exhales. Slow down the breath. Start to walk your hands towards your right side of the body. Really reaching through that left fingers, feeling the groundedness of the outer hip as that opens, coming up through the side body to the left shoulder and then out through the left fingertips. It's amazing how it is all connected, even with the body and the mind and the breath. So we'll be over here on the right side. Ground that right forearm. Inhale to lift the left arm up. Whew, it's like feeling a different part of the hip. And then we'll ground the left hand and walk yourself back up, lifting your torso. Unwrap the legs. And then make your way all the way down to Shavasana. You can make this an active way again, or just fall down. So you can bring your arms out, really use the lower abs to lower yourself all the way down into Shavasana. Layer up how you'd like. Do what you need to do. Maybe cover yourself with a blanket. Put on some socks, put on a sweatshirt. Let's take a deep inhale together through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Let's do this once more. Really melt into the mouth with melt into the mat with the exhales. Let's inhale. If you want to, curl the toes, make your hands into a fist, scrunch your face, furrow your eyebrows, crunch everything with a big inhale. Then exhale, let it all go. Sigh it out. Again, melting, sinking into the mat. Letting your thoughts go, letting your thoughts wander, releasing all control of the day. Letting this be your moment. We'll lay here for about 5 minutes. Begin to deepen the breath. Coming back into that outer body experience. Coming back into the physical self. Imagine the breath flooding the body, flooding each organ, sending it all the way down to your big toe. And then retrieving the next inhale from the crown of the head. And again, maybe watching that breath flow through the body. Seeing parts of it fork off into the fingers, down the legs, into the toes. You can begin to wiggle anything if you like, bringing some activation back to the toes, fingers. Let it grow into the ankles and wrists. Or just find some stillness, whatever works for you. Reaching the arms over the head, nice, for a nice, good evening stretch. We'll begin to bend the knees into the chest, maybe rock a little back and forth, and then fall over towards your right side. Coming into this fetal position, using this moment, using this time for gratitude, thanking your body, thanking yourself for having patience. Patience comes a lot with yoga, but being able to move your body in the ways that we did today is really heartwarming. Begin to build your way back up to sit. You could keep your eyes closed, do that. Keeping a soft gaze forward, if not, coming to a cross-legged position or whatever works for you. Let the palms come towards the thighs for this grounded feeling, this present feeling. Let the tailbone tuck to lengthen the spine. Let the shoulders droop away from the ears. Tuck the chin, lift through the ear tips. Take a deep inhale together. Exhale, sigh. Let it out. Let's close out this practice together. This was a weird night, I think, for some of us. So it's so special to be able to begin one way and end it another way together. We'll collect our hands into heart center, lift the heart, bow the head, spreading the fingertips wide, letting all of the good energy seep in as any stale negative energy makes its way out. Let's inhale together for 1 Om. Feeling the vibrations, all the energy moving through the body. Let's lift the base of the thumbs to the third eye. Lift the heart back, inviting all of the goodness, the light, any wisdom. And then exhale, folding forward, grounding the fingers, sealing in the chair. Namaste.
Namaste.